Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Mike Beer, race number 9 at Santa Anita on Saturday, the Grade 1 Santa Anita Sprint Championship. Our coverage is brought to you by Best O' Luck Farm, Thoroughbred's finest full-service championship farm from mares to training. It's an award-winning modern operation with 20-plus years of training graduates and producing elite performers. Best O' Luck Farm. Let's take a look at the field for the Grade 1 Santa Anita Sprint Championship. Kind of an intriguing matchup between the extremely speedy number 3 Chancelot and the returning number 2 Omaha Beach, who was going to be the favorite for the Kentucky Derby, disappeared, was supposed to come back, didn't come back, was supposed to come back again, didn't come back again,
Right.
Supposed to come back at least 3 or 4 times,
Yep.
Didn't come back 3 or 4 times. Here he is going 6.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. This is the place that they start back with him. Obviously, the way things have played out since the Arkansas Derby, they have to be really disappointed that this horse has missed time. For a horse who's never sprinted in his entire life, this is not an easy spot to come back in against a horse like Chancelot.
Especially when Chancelot figures to be the controlling speed in this race. And let's throw up the Timeform US pace projector. We saw what Chancelot did 2 starts back. It was only a 121 buyer in the Amsterdam. Probably doesn't need to run that to win this race. In this short field, he's expected to make the lead. I'm surprised they have Flagstaff this close.
Yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. Chancelot's a very fast horse, though. He will be clear on the lead in this race.
Let's take a look at the number 1, One Flew South. This is a horse that won his lone sprint start, but that was way back in November of last year over a polytrack surface. 2 starts for Doug O'Neill, Mind That Bird Derby, Arkansas Derby, Omaha Beach spanked him in the Arkansas Derby. Formulator fact, though, for O'Neill, horses with blinkers off does very well. Past 5 years, 3 and up, dirt, blinkers off. You see it, 22%, 2.5 ROI. You want to talk about Omaha Beach having a tough spot off the layoff. How about this one?
Yeah, he's going to need more than a good blinkers off stat to get him there first in this race. I will say this, I thought he was pretty impressive winning his career debut. His second and third career starts going long in stakes company. You don't have to really hold those efforts against him, but this is just a really tough spot.
Well, here's Omaha Beach, won the faster division of the Rebel. Then he pulled off the big win in the Arkansas Derby. Turns into the stretch, he made the lead. He was tracking 4 wide on the backstretch. He was sent up to make the lead. He holds off Bob Baffert's Improbable. Country House is going to finish 3rd. Country House, of course, was placed first via disqualification in the Kentucky Derby. This horse was just coming into his own, Mike. It is a shame that he got hurt when he did. It's a shame he's had all sorts of setbacks. I like him a lot more, I think, than you do. I'm curious to see what we get. Is this just a prep for a race like the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, or is Mandela going to have him fully cranked and ready to rumble?
I mean, we'll see. They breezed him in 46 the other day, so I'm assuming he's close to ready to run a good race here. It's just there's a lot working against this horse. I, like you, am very interested to see how he comes back. But to come back at 6 furlongs off of this kind of a layoff, again, for a horse who has never sprinted in his life, and to bump into Chancelot, they're asking a lot of this horse.
Chancelot's your 4 to 5 morning line favorite. Again, 121 buyer win in the Amsterdam. Never give those horses a chance. Broke out of the gate, was 5 in front, and just kept extending. Came back in the Grade 1 Challenge Erkins, was odds on. People thought it was a foregone conclusion. Here's the problem. Deep and tiring rail this day. He made the lead. He's going to get tired at the end. Plus, 7 doesn't have to be his best distance.
Yeah, that's how I was looking at it too. I mean, obviously being on the inside on Travers Day was not a good place to be, and he was never really that far off the rail. The other problem for him is I think 7 furlongs just really pushes his limits. You can see him really weakening at the end. He just fails to hold on. He actually still ran a pretty good race that day. His efforts 2 and 3 back sort of just point him out as the top 3-year-old sprinter in the country. They ship him across to California. He goes 6 furlongs this time. As the fastest horse early in the race. It's going to take a lot to beat this horse, in my opinion.
Blitzed 5 and 57 the other day at Monmouth. Something tells me he's ready to roll at a short price. Flagstaff goes out for John Stadler, a very likable horse. He's only been off the board once from 7 lifetime starts. Here's his most recent race at Del Mar. Second start off a little bit of a layoff. You see Flagstaff on the outside. That's American Pastime directly to his inside. American Pastime is going to run Friday in the Phoenix Stakes at Keeneland, so you might want to see that result and then perhaps gauge Flagstaff. Just coming into the picture in 3rd is California Street. Too little too late in this short field. Flagstaff is an honest horse, but that Timeform US pace predictor is not kind to him. If he's on the chase and chasing Chancelot, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a tougher spot for him. That was only a 4-horse field we just looked at. Obviously, California Street. I mean, he was just no factor in that race. It seems like he's going to have a tough time factoring in this race as well. Flagstaff, there's nothing wrong with him. He's a very competitive horse. He tends to show up and run every time. He's just in a totally different world here.
Horse Greedy completes the field. Second last time out at Los Al, going 5 furlongs. This horse has a little bit of back class. Graded stakes placed during the summer of 2018. It's always been kind of an in and outer. Let's watch the race at Los Alamitos, and he's going to end up down inside, trying to come with a late bid. 87 buyer speed figure. He's going to sneak into second down towards the inside. These are okay horses, the Calyx Mans of the world. It's still a gigantic step up in class. While I've always liked Horse Greedy as an honest performer, I've never seen him as a grade 1 horse.
Yeah, me either. He tries his hardest in this race and just comes up short. Not a bad performance at all. Another performance like that one, though, puts him way up against it in here. He has better races than that to get to. But again, he's just in a very tough spot here, chasing a fast sprinter.
Santa Anita Sprint Championship has Breeders' Cup implications. Chancelot wins here. It becomes very interesting as an alternative to the Imperial Hints and Matolis of the world. Omaha Beach runs well. We might see him stretch out in a race like the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. We throw up our top picks. I agree with Mike. I think Chancelot's going to be very, very tough to catch and beat. Something tells me that Mandela's going to have Omaha Beach ready to rumble. I'm curious to see if he can stay close to the pace and run this horse down. Again, I like this horse a little bit more than Mike does, but boy, I don't really want to have too much in against Chancelot. For me, it's just simple as 2-3.
Yeah, I went 3-2, and I didn't really think that hard about it. I'm hoping that Omaha Beach comes back running in this race, but I just feel like they're asking a lot of them.
It's the Grade 1 Santa Anita Sprint Championship. It's race number 9 at the Great Race Place on Saturday. Our coverage is presented by Best of Luck Farm, and approximate post time is 4:55 Pacific. Good luck.